Welcome. Today I want to show you my $50 Walmart prepper haul. I think you'll find some of these items interesting, whether you're on a budget, starting a prepper pantry, or an existing prepper. Maybe it'll give you some ideas. What I think you'll find surprising is some of these you may not consider prepper items. I think a lot of times as preppers, we have a tendency to focus on worst case scenarios, which is fine. I think we should always concentrate on worst case scenarios, but we should also prepare for the next year or two. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of your prepper food is going to be regular food that you eat all the time. And by the way, don't buy prepper food if you don't eat it and don't like it. So let's talk about food you're going to eat within the next week or two. Fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, fresh meat. It's not going to last but a few days or a week or so. Then you have frozen foods, which are going to last a little bit longer. I bought a 5-pound bag of frozen French fries at Walmart that the best buy date is 2 years from now, 2023. I bought meatballs that are good for a year. I bought hash browns that are good for almost a year and a half. So a lot of these items like this, you can buy these items. A lot of times I think we have a tendency where we think we have to buy canned foods, canned meats, which is fine for 2 to 5 years. But don't get stuck in that notion that that's all you have to buy. Buy everyday foods that you're going to eat because most of them are going to last 2 to 5 years. So let's get started. I know $50 isn't going to buy you a lot, but what I'm trying to show you here is some basic items that you can get for $50. As you notice, some of these items you can mix with other ones. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you know I'm big on homemade bread. Here we have some yeast, butter, sugar, and flour. The basic essentials for making bread. And everybody loves bread. But also, you're going to use flour, sugar, and butter in many other recipes, whether it's cookies, cakes, and you're going to need some oil. This is about $2.50 for this. Buy yourself some coffee. Now I'll tell you what, when it comes to a lot of these items, this is like $2.80. If you buy the bigger ground coffee, same brand, great value. It's about $5.87 for probably about 3 to 4 times as much. But I wanted to buy this in case you're on a budget. You know you can buy coffee, just buy it in smaller ones. This here, some cooked ham. It's about $2.67. This would feed a family in an emergency, 1 meal. Have some luncheon meat, a little bit cheaper than Spam, but I know a lot of people in the comments of my other videos like this. I do too. I bought some of this. As you can tell right there, had a cut from working this week and it did bleed like crazy. So I want to try these. That's about $5 for that. Every now and then I like to pick up toothbrushes. I have probably 20 of these. Same way with toothpaste. Picked up some pain reliever. What I was saying at the beginning of the video, a lot of this is just basically everyday foods. If you haven't seen my 25 everyday food video, I'll leave a link in the description to that. That goes over 25 foods for a prepper pantry that you can use every day. Same way with ketchup. These are everyday foods, but really they're prepper foods. They're going to last for a few years. Same way with peanut butter. If you look at this peanut butter, that's 35 servings at 180 calories. So you're talking close to 6,500 calories in that. can't ever go wrong. Buy some elbow macaroni. That's a little bit less than $3. It's always nice to have. And some mashed potatoes. Make sure you pick up some dry milk. My bread recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of dry milk. So I make sure I always have this around. I use this a lot. Pick you up some basic spices, just salt and pepper. They're gonna last forever. Then you may want some corn muffins. I think these are like 50 cents. They last for quite a while. 9/7/22, I bought this today. Need some cereal that's gonna last for a while. Some old-fashioned oats. Some pancake mix. So here's how you do it. Say you bought this pancake mix this week. Next week, or a few weeks from now, whenever your budget allows, go buy some maple syrup. Same way with elbow macaroni. Buy your macaroni this week. Maybe next week, go buy some cheese in a can. And as far as baking goods, you buy your flour, sugar this week. Next week, go buy baking powder. I bought baking soda this week. Maybe you've bought this week. Next week, you'll buy vanilla extract or another baking good. And here we have bacon bits. These are going to last for quite a while, almost a year. I don't know if you can see that. I buy these. I try to keep 5 or 6 of these in stock. I put them in my eggs. What I wanted to show you in this is that you can buy a variety of items for $50. And you can actually get quite a bit out of this $50. But if you go spend $50 this week, in 2 or 3 weeks, whatever your budget allows, buy another $50 of items that are related to this, but not these items. That's where your prepper pantry starts filling up. And then the next time you go out, maybe buy canned fruits and vegetables. I noticed a lot of people in the comments say, wow, you have a lot of items. But over a 10-year period, it doesn't take that much spending every week or every 2 weeks to build up a prepper pantry. That's what I wanted to try to show you in this video. You can build a prepper pantry that has a lot of variety in it by just buying varieties every few weeks. Now, after you get so many items in your prepper pantry, then you're just going to fill in gaps. And when you start filling in gaps or you're running out of cabinet space and like me building more cabinets, then you know you've got plenty of the items, whether it's food or other prepper items that you need. But like I said in the first part of this video, I think a lot of times we jump the gun on prepping for worst case scenarios. Whereas all this might be one of those items and this that you're prepping for a worst case scenario. But all these other items are pretty much everyday items. Now you take pancake and waffle mix and elbow macaroni, non-fat dry milk, and mashed potatoes. I vacuum seal those so they'll last even longer, and put oxygen absorbers in those. And same way with flour and sugar. I vacuum seal those so they will last longer, and they do last longer. But hopefully I gave you some ideas and some direction on where to go in your prepper pantry. It's all right to have long-term foods. I have Augustin Farm long-term food that lasts 30 years. And that's great. It can sit there for 25 years. I hope it does, because that's good if it sits there for 25 years and I don't use it. That means we're doing good. But if I have to use it, it's there. But this food I can use every day. And no, I'm going to eat all this. I'm not going to throw any of this away a couple years from now. So I hope this video helped you in giving you some ideas on a budget prepper haul and give you some ideas on varieties and what you can buy for $50. Imagine you spend $50, say once a month, on your prepper pantry or prepper supplies. Imagine after 6 months how full this table is going to be of different varieties of supplies and foods after that time. It does not take very long for things to add up, and you'll be where you want to be very soon. So again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and as always, happy prepper shopping.